Hello, this is Darice. Welcome back to Moon Life Astro. And if you're new, welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to get into the astrology for the upcoming week, May 21 to May 28th. We have a lot going on. Actually, this week is a big week, astrologically speaking. There's so much going on. I'm not actually going to list it ahead of time like I normally do, because some of you might get overwhelmed to be like, oh, never mind, I can't do it. And I don't want to do that to you. We're just going to dive in, and I'm going to take it bit by bit, and hopefully all is well. We just entered Gemini season. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you feel a new lift in energy around that. I certainly am. I do feel like I have more get up and go. And I just love summer. It's just fun time. And so let's just get into it. In a brief overview, we have a Venus Mars harmony. We have some Mercury downloads. Pluto's going to be in the mix as well. And we have a new moon. And we have Saturn entering Aries. That's a new 2.5-year cycle. I did a separate video about that. That was posted on Monday, so do check that out. But basically, I think this is going to be a great week, especially for solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, creatives, coaches like yourselves. So here we go. May 22nd, we're going to have Venus trining Mars, and the sun is going to sextile Neptune. And this is a really sweet combination. Venus, our ability to love, our values. Mars, our ability to initiate, be powerful, be brave, be courageous. Venus can also be the divine feminine, and Mars can be the divine masculine. So when they come together in a supportive trine, we can have some really nice harmony in love, creativity, and just our overall way of like just sort of moving through the day. So this could be really good energy this week to tap into. It can create more balance in areas where you need to give and receive, especially with certain relationships, either professional or personal. So this could be a good week for that. And this could be an excellent week for relationship-based sales and also launching magnetic offers. We have the sun, Neptune, sun, our identity, how we see ourselves, Neptune, that imagination, fantasy. So they come together in a sextile, and this could be a great energy to use around coming up with heart-centered strategies, or maybe keep a notebook or a voice memo nearby. You may have some soul purpose downloads come to you. In a nutshell, great week to follow these intuitive nudges, especially around your content creation and your messaging or client offers. May 23rd, Mercury is going to be sextiling the North Node. So Mercury, our ability to communicate, how we digest information, how we receive information, coming together with the North Node, the node of fate, our soul's purpose and alignment. So you might have a day with some fated conversations, even potentially, or aligned ideas. This could be a really powerful day for journaling, brainstorming, or also just being open to receiving some spiritual downloads around your business, your mission, your vision. A planning tip, you can already reflect on what's being shared or launched. What wants to be spoken into existence? May 24th, a very powerful day. We have Jupiter trining Pluto. Mercury is going to be conjunct Uranus, and Saturn is going to be entering Aries. And then, like I said, I did a separate video on that, so you can check that out. Jupiter, planet of expansion, abundance, bounty, coming together in a supportive trine with Pluto, which is all about transformation. This could be an opportunity to experience expansion and wealth, your power, your influence. You may have insights around how you can be more powerful, how you can show up more powerfully in the world. Maybe this weekend or around that date, you might have a conversation with someone who could create, maybe, help you take your business to the next level. Things along those lines could potentially happen. Mercury also being conjunct with Uranus. Uranus, the unexpected. You might have lightning fast ideas come to you, certain downloads. You could have tech breakthroughs. Or these few days around this energy, excellent time to just jot down any ideas that you have around content creation, or maybe even different ways you want to present your coaching if you're a coach of some sort. This could be another great use of that energy. And then Saturn moving into Aries, a new 2.5 year cycle for Saturn. Saturn, the taskmaster, our foundation, our structures, coming together with Aries, which likes to start things, initiate. I believe Aries gives us the power to like move through, to start something. And so Saturn coming into Aries can give us the power to show up, to supercharge ourselves, our ability to be focused on our mission, our purpose, our path. So this could be a good weekend or sometime around those days to really think about what you want to show up for. What do you want to commit to for the next 2.5 years? What do you want to take to the next level? Saturn in Aries is going to give us the energy to push that into fruition, to help it become manifest. May 25th, we have Mercury sextiling Saturn, and Mercury is going to enter Gemini. So Mercury coming together in a supportive aspect with Saturn. We might have a feeling of production or productive thinking. You may find a new way to structure your ideas, maybe your offers. You might have some ahas around that. This could be an excellent week for planning, revising, and also committing again to something long term. Mercury is going to be entering Gemini, and it's going to be in Gemini from May 25th until June 7th. So fast, curious communication, your mind speeds up. You just might feel more on it when it comes to ideas, how you want to present your ideas. So these next few weeks could be a great time to write, teach, pitch, or network. All of June, actually, I think is a really good time to do that because like I mentioned, I think in my previous video, Mercury is going to be going retrograde at the middle of July. So June's a good time to just lock things down. If you want to get contracts done, negotiations done, this is the time to get those details taken care of now, especially with Mercury and Gemini. It's supported there. It works. We're like supercharged. This is the time to go. The first part of 2025 felt kind of sluggish. It felt hard to get going. We're out of that energy. We're off to the races now. And we have a new moon. I'm going to do a separate video for the upcoming new moon. That's going to be May 26th, new moon in Gemini. And it's also going to sextile Neptune. So briefly, again, a great time for launching newsletters, digital courses, messaging pivots, and even a refresh of a brand. Could be a good time around that new moon. And that Mercury being supported by Neptune, your divine messaging, that could be coming through. Some of you are coaches of some sort, so your words, they may really heal and inspire some people around this time. You may hear from your clients or customers that your work has done that for them. This could also be a really great weekend or around that time to do some rituals, journaling, for example, asking yourself what truth wants to come through me now. Crystals to work with, blue lace agate, or labradorite for clear communication and vision. One potential ritual, maybe just write down one inspired action each week for the next 3 or 4 weeks. See what that feels like for you during Gemini season. That's a possibility as well. May 27th, we have Mercury trining Pluto. So again, all these lovely supportive axes. I love that we're getting a break from some of the heavier astrology we had earlier this year. Mercury trining Pluto, strategic thinking meets your soul's power. So this could be great for powerful conversations, negotiations, or even diving deep into mindset work. This could be a good time too to take a lot of your shadow work to the next level as well. If you have the space and the time for that, the energy is just really supportive. Another productivity tip, this could be a good week to set aside some time to do deep focus work for batching stuff, or maybe just outlining content pillars or mapping out a course. I'm actually going to be doing that myself later on during this week, or even revamping an offer. Things to think about. Like I said, I feel like this week is really like positive. Like I said, we had so much heavy energy earlier, like March and April. We're out of that. The energy has lifted. There's more momentum. There's more fire and energy in the air. So let's just use it. Let's like let that energy fuel us, take us to the next level. Let's really use this time of Saturn going into Aries to create a new, stronger foundation, to really set ourselves up to be powerful and successful so that we can really help change the world and make the world a better place. I feel like that's ultimately what it all comes down to. So again, do what you need to do to take care of yourself. I know there's a lot of stressful things happening in the collective, and it can be very overwhelming. So, continue to take care of yourself, eat well, stay hydrated, sleep, get those massages, go to therapy, get the energy work in, just take care of yourself to the best of your ability so that you can be someone who can support the other people in your life. Give each other grace. A lot of people are stressed and freaked out. People might have short tempers sometimes, especially as we move towards Saturn moving into Aries. Sometimes right before a big transit, people can be extra sensitive. So, give yourself grace, give others grace. But hopefully things will go well. Like I said, I have a new moon video I'm going to put out for you later. I'll probably put that up tomorrow, actually. Um, Welcome new people again. If it's your first time, if you're finding value from my message or my videos, please do like the videos. Please do remember to subscribe to the channel as well. Though I do appreciate that. I'm actually almost close to 100 subscribers, so hopefully I will crack that this week. I've only been doing this channel since October, and so I'm happy to even be close to that. I am grateful for all the people who continue to check out my videos. I'm grateful to the people who continue to return. I really do appreciate the support. And again, briefly, just want to summarize that this week, I think is going to be really great for intuitive communication and clarity. It's another level of spiritual alignment with practical execution. And Saturn moving into Aries is a chance to create a bold foundation built from our soul's purpose, our soul's values. And basically, that's all I have for right now. I'm going to keep it short and simple. And let's just get out there. Let's just do the best we can every day. Continue to do that. Continue to show up for yourself and your life. And I'm going to be there with you to the best of my ability and doing the same in my own life. Wishing you all love, peace, and joy. Peacefully yours, Darius.